Do 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 do. Dude, I can't. If he dies, then the joke dies with him.
Not necessarily.
Oh,
It'll be a memoriam.
It'll be a memorial of him. It won't even have like his body. It would just be like a giant statue of like.
He's gonna get
Monster
crushed
and-
by a giant fucking Monster Energy drink can.
You think you would like, you know,
No.
dox a Monokuma or I mean a Monocro or something?
So he's gonna dox Monocro?
I said he's gonna box Monocro.
The same thing.
No.
I mean, I could see a boxing execution being dope as fuck, but also...
He's gonna be like in a boxing ring with Monocro. Or like a bunch of Monocros or something.
Aw, dude. Dude, this can't be.
This can't be. It should have been me, not him.
No.
It's me.
No!
Not the obvious killer again.
I
Why do you
mean,
have to
I'll be
look
honest,
so-
there was
It wasn't obvious.
not obvious.
But
It
like,
was not obvious.
I meant the design. He's got like that obvious first killer design.
Like, just the douchey guy looks like he's gonna kill first. Even though he's not a douchey guy, he looks
Yeah,
like
he's
one.
not douchey.
He has like the design of one.
Like, you easily could have made him act like a douchey guy. They made him pretty nice, but he is kind of a meathead and obsessed with his,
Energy drinks.
well, that, but also boxing.
That too.
You mocking boxing? 'Cause, like,
Also, in this trial, he's one of the characters who's talking the least, I've noticed.
he's the one who was like spouting the whole woman thing, like Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
That is a
Although he was not doing it nearly as much as Mitch.
no.
Mitch kept saying it over and over. I think he said it like once or twice.
I think he said it like 3 times.
I think it was once or twice, but
Because he definitely did it in the scrum debate.
yeah, he did in the scrum debate. I don't remember.
So then
him saying it
I'd
every
say
other
2
time.
times. I don't. He's not been repeating it on end, so that's good.
He's not been saying it as much as Mitch, but I've noticed.
But also, I
he's been-
think like Kanade's thinking that it has to be a man because they're going through this trouble does make sense. But like, you need more concrete proof than that.
Well,
That
in this
can't be
situation,
like your life is on the line. That's not good enough.
well, in this situation, it is a good idea to find someone who's the most suspicious and then
Yeah.
debate it.
Well,
if
now
they
that we
declare-
have that idea in our heads, we can press him on it because he's the most like likely.
Exactly.
But as of right now, I just I mean, hey, you know, as much as I'm upset it could be Hajime, that means I would be right about my first killer, like from the prologue prediction. I still wouldn't be right on who he killed, but hey, I'm not happy that I'm right. I mean, to be honest, I don't think there's anyone in this game I outwardly dislike other than Yuri, and he's like a I like to not like. I don't think he's like a bad character, but
You hate to love him.
I love to hate him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. My bad.
He's the only character that could have died and I would not be sad. And as the game goes on, I'm only gonna get more sad when people die. But, like, I did say it before. I think Hajime's gonna go out early, and it would be for the best if he goes out early. Because then the joke can die while it's still funny. Instead of it getting dragged out the whole game. But I wouldn't be opposed to having the joke drag out the whole game. Reopen!
First row, resume.
It's you!
A deal. Oh,
So,
it's
I
Dio.
did say it's you, but it could be Dio. I mean, he can stop time and do anything.
You!
True.
Are you
Dio!
secretly Dio?
He takes off the
He
glasses.
does have
it's
the
Dio.
blonde hair. He takes off the glasses and goes, space rubber stingy eyes.
Oh fuck! Shit, and Sora just like ducks back, like bends backwards, like you know you play in limbo. It's like, ooh,
And
boom.
shoots
Ducks
Amo
back,
fucking...
ducks back. The waves just hit Nikkei instead.
No, Nikkei, no! So Hajime, are you the culprit? Yeah.
Dude, imagine if he just said yeah.
Just Woody's. Woody. What?
Wait a minute, Sora, you're saying Hajime's the culprit?
No! They're gonna use the thing again against him.
Unfortunately, nobody besides Hajime fits all the conditions needed to be the culprit. And Kokoro is holding my hand, and she's telling me he did it, even though I don't want it to be him.
Just patting him on the back.
It's like, it's okay. He helped prepare the party, and he stayed late to drink with Yuri. He's the only one that was part of both groups, and he's a man as well. 3 strikes.
Bam. He's like, whoa. Imagine if he just said, well, this is sexist.
I mean, that's correct.
It has to be a woman, guys.
Hajime Makanuchi is the person I've been suspicious of since the very beginning of this trial. She did say, hey, who did it, like, at the crime scene, just to see people's expressions.
Yeah.
Maybe he, like, looked away. How'd you know so soon? Yeah. Try to remember the question I asked at the very beginning of the investigation. I asked everyone, how do you feel about the murder?
I do recall you saying that. I don't see how that is woven to the question.
I can tell if a person's lying just by hearing them talk.
What? So you knew Hajime was the culprit from the simple question?
Kokoro, your abilities are even more powerful than my magical abilities.
I mean, they're all powerful until she's wrong once.
True.
If she's wrong once, you can never fully trust it again. By comparing the clues and listening to each of the suspects, I was able to easily solve the crime. Hajime, without any doubt in my mind, is the culprit of Yuri Kagarin's murder.
Alright guys, let's prove along. I'm just...
That is the undeniable truth. It's like, damn, I didn't even get a
Are you
chance to
gonna-
say no.
And then this guy's like, guys, are you gonna listen to her? She's a woman. You just starts getting sexist.
I should never have offered you my energy drink.
And that means even the person that attacked me, it was all Hajime. Hey, hold on a second. Why are you making me the culprit all of a sudden?
that would honestly be my
Remember-
reaction. Like, what the fuck, guys?
I might qualify for the conditions, but that doesn't change the fact that I was drunk.
But the water...
The only person who wasn't drunk was Yuriko. Don't tell me you forgot all about that. Yeah, that is true. Yuriko was the only sober person at the party. And even say she's drunk. Even says I was drunk. How the hell could I kill Yuri? The rest of the couple had to practice their murder multiple times. It's just not possible while drunk. You guys accuse me because I fit the conditions? Because if you are, I'm gonna get mad.
No, if we assume Hajime is the culprit, all the pieces fall into place. I just need to prove it. Hajime, convince me, please. Say something.
Dude, imagine you just
Bottles
switch
of alcohol.
perspectives and you play as Hajime and you have to defend yourself.
So true.
The game was
That'd be really cool if the game did that.
They're playing while drunk. The one with the culprit was someone who wasn't drunk last night.
Right, there's no way Hajime's the culprit.
Yeah. Shinji, this isn't about friendship. You need to think logically. Besides, there are other reasons why Hajime is suspicious.
No matter how suspicious I am, I couldn't have done that murder while drunk. Just ask Yuriko, I was drunk too. I remember he was very... Well, he's not wrong. Everyone at the party last night, Hajime included, were completely drunk. Except me, of course.
Oh. Are you sure? Did you check their blood alcohol level?
I don't need to check that to know if someone's drunk. I have experience.
Everyone was drunk at the party last night? I'm not so sure about that. Ah! I skipped one too
Wow.
many.
That was one extra 7.
Ba, 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 ba. Ba. Yeah!
No.
That's wrong!
Well, if this is the case, that means Hajime would be faking it. And that means he's a
Yeah.
great actor.
Well,
Good
he
job,
did like...
Hajime.
Well, maybe they're just dumb.
He put Monster Energy drink into him instead of the water?
Now they're gonna use the fucking Shinji account to prove that he wasn't there.
No. I'm not so sure
Oh.
about that myself.
What now?
I went to the party's location during the investigation and found the leftover bottles of alcohol. Some of them were filled with Monster Energy drink instead of alcohol.
Monster Energy drink?
Oh my god.
First, I thought it was just something that got mixed in with the other drinks, like the alcohol. But now that I think about it, couldn't the culprit have drank some Monster and pretended to be drunk? Fuck!
Damn.
You left your signature thing, dude! Hold on a second. My memory's seriously a blur. What do you mean, pretended to be drunk? If Hajime was acting drunk during the party, he knew he would cross off the suspect list. After all, we did conclude that the culprit could have been drunk.
Dude, he got punched
Couldn't have
drunk.
been drunk.
He just punched himself in the face a bunch. And then he was punch drunk.
Dude, it was monster. Give it up, man. There's more, too. I'm right here. Something I heard earlier should further condemn him. Something is, yeah.
No, I heard it and I saw this happening as
I
soon
was-
as I heard it.
I was dreading
As
this.
soon as I heard it, I knew it was gonna happen.
I was thinking, oh yeah, it's at the beginning. Maybe it's out of the way. That was just a little thing. He was there because he saw him go in. Yeah. That's not it. Maybe
It's
I'm
not
thinking-
that. Oh, okay. What else?
Someone went with him. Can't remember who.
Right.
Yoriko, do you remember what you told me? You said Yuri had left to go to the washroom before you all went back to the monocruise.
Yeah, that's true.
You also said someone left with Yuri too, right? I know you don't remember who that person was, but could it have been Hajime?
I need to think here. So, we did the thing, and
Wait, I think I just remembered something. That person told us to go on ahead. Said he'd take Yuri to the bathroom and then come right back. They had blonde hair and big muscles. It was Hajime!
He's like, why the fuck do you remember that now?
That was really
Yeah.
poor planning on his part. Like, what if they did remember? Which now they do, but like, what if they just remembered to begin with? That's a really bad plan.
True. Now that you say
I'll
that,
just get them
Sasuke,
drunk. They won't remember.
now that you say that, Chichika, I also believe it might have been Hajime. Oh shit.
Jeez, why can't I remember?
Young people remember, but you don't. You really are stupid, Yuriko.
It's hard to remember things like that when you're extremely busy taking care of drunk people.
Yeah, Kanade, come on.
It's so hard on me.
So didn't you say the same thing to him?
Yeah.
No, he's gonna
This is
fucking kill Yurika.
Because your bad memory frustrates me. Damn. If we could have remembered earlier, we could have already solved this case. But based on everyone's testimony, I think we've got everything set in stone.
No.
I mean, Yui must have been completely drunk for him to accept help from a male, right? So Hajime lied about helping Yui to the restroom and just never came back to the monocruise.
If we consider Hajime as the culprit, everything we've talked about makes perfect sense. Hajime, were you really the one who killed you? Oh, put more energy into it!
Oh my god.
Wait, Sora, please. Hajime the culprit? It can't be right. Hajime has an alibi. Please, let me explain. I know fighting with words isn't my thing, but dude, he's yelling at a girl. I have to do it to counter you, Sora. I have to do it for my friend.
I thought the washroom was in the ship, but I guess it's not.
Also thought it was, but
That's why I thought like it meant that he was clear.
is it different? This is just the.
This is the thing that we did before.
It's weird how it's giving you another.
To be fair, there might be multiple washrooms around the island.
Yeah,
All right,
but
man.
like,
Rebuttal me.
you think if you were on the ship, you'd go to the one on the
I'm
ship.
getting multiple.
Or maybe they weren't on the ship. I don't know. Can't remember.
Well, like if in the morning.
Yeah.
Hajime and I go jogging right after waking up. I was waiting for Hajime in the corridor. Like what I said when I was waiting, I saw Yuriko leaving in the monocruise. Sure, Hajime was taking longer than normal, but he didn't kill anyone. Man's gotta go, you can't blame him for that.
Fucking love Shinji.
Shinji, doesn't the fact that Hajime arrived late itself make something suspicious? When aware, Hajime's pretty strict on his timing. It's not in his nature to be late. So honestly, what you're saying just makes it seem even more strange. Yeah, they're definitely strange, but when the body discovery played, he wasn't there. He was not at the bell tower. He wouldn't be back in time. Shinji says Hajime has an alibi. I have something that contradicts that. All I need to do is refute that. There'll be no more reason to defend him. It's got to be the staircase. Okay.
Or if it's fast and then.
Why are you trying to destroy my friendship, Showa?
I admit it's true.
Come on. That's wrong! I'll cut
That's
through
wrong,
your words
bitch.
with my bow!
You shoot through your words.
I'm the ultimate archer.
That would make sense. Maybe you are the ultimate archer.
I have no other evidence for this, but it is cool.
That would actually fit, because that's like a thing.
That's a
Yeah, like
normal
a-
thing.
That's like a thing. They have like clubs for that in like
Yeah.
Japan.
Like, you don't have to be crazy eccentric to be the ultimate archer. Sorry, Shinji. Hajime actually could have easily made it back in time. The body discovery was actually made some time after Yuri's death. What?
Wait, the body discovery, that's right, it's only played once 2 people have seen the body.
What?
Three.
Three, hello?
Oh, you
think
fired
you-
up the gun. That's what it did play. I think typo.
It's the worst thing.
Sure, I-
Typo.
Yeah, it's the worst thing to be a typo. When Showa Naiichi saw Yuri's body drop to the ground dead, the announcement didn't play. The announcement only played after we went off the stairs and had Yuki see the body.
Yeah, that's a full 5
Okay.
minutes he had time to get back.
Oh, so basically, after showing Yuki instantly saw Yuri's body, the couple had a bunch of extra time to move around while they climbed the stairs.
Man, really lucky that they went up and not down. Like, if they just left the room, they would have seen him.
Yeah. But you wouldn't think that, right? At the time, you wouldn't think that, right? You'd be like,
I
Or
guess,
the-
yeah, at that time they said, oh, the killer's gotta be up there, let's go.
Yeah, so they went up there.
So I guess Hajime thought they'd think that, if anyone saw. I mean, the whole point was to get Yuki to come, specifically so he would see, so he would think it's her.
yeah.
Because if you just did
Honestly-
that, there'd be no reason to go through all those hoops. If, you know...
A pretty big brain idea.
He
He's not
doesn't
saying
have-
shit. He's like,
He
damn.
can use 100% of his brain because the monster unlocked it. And the Red Bull.
True.
It passed all the barriers it needed.
Yeah.
Anyone who investigated the stairs during the investigation should know that it takes at least 5 minutes to climb the stairs all the way to the top. Of course, the culprit was able to quickly get down safely by jumping with his fulcrum mechanism. Setsuko once said that this was a relatively small island. Our culprit could have easily made it back to the Monocruise in time for the announcement. Then,
Wait, but didn't Shinji say he went jogging with Hajime? If Yuri died at 7:30 a.m., then how did Hajime find the time to kill Yuri?
I briefly parted ways with Shinji while jogging.
but that was to get your crow card that you forgot at your guest house. Didn't even take you more than 10 minutes. There's no way you could have done it in that time. There's this one thing that keeps bothering me. Do we all agree the culprit attacked Yoriko as soon as she left the Monocruise and carried her to the bell tower? If so, they must have attacked Yoriko at around 7 a.m. this morning and moved her to the bell tower. Returned to the Monocruise, met with Shinji, and started jogging. Parted ways mid-jog, ran back to the top of the bell tower, made sure that Sora and Yuki were there, jumped off the bell tower, killing Yuri, dealt with the rope and life jacket, then came back to the Monocruise. Do we even need a comic book? All in such a short amount of time. Is that even possible?
Shinji, at what time did you meet with Hajime this morning?
Well, 7:15 a.m.
Even if we say the culprit ambushed Yukiko at 7 a.m., 5 minutes to run up the tower, 5 minutes rushing up the stairs, 5 minutes rushing back down, and 5 minutes to run back to the Monocruise. That just wouldn't be enough time. No, he could have done it. If we just removed one of the steps, it all fits perfectly.
Move a step?
You guys are assuming the stairs are the only way down. He could have slid down the rope.
You're not accounting for time with the rope.
I mean, he already adjusted the rope length, so that it would work, right? Ah, I see. That makes sense.
Wasn't the rope connected to the light jacket that was also connected to Yuri's body? Yuri died at 7:30 a.m. If he rode the rope down at the time, he should have killed Yuri. No, but it was already laid down. So we have a problem.
He just had to get rid of the connection with Yuri.
That's why there was two.
Hajime could have just yanked the hook out of Yuri's leg when he was carrying Yuriko to the top.
That's
Oh.
why there are two things.
So
She just took the hook out and rode
out
the
of one of his legs or the second leg?
Well, remember how there was one in the left leg and then one and then he re-stabbed it. So what it was is he had it stabbed into Yuri's leg. And he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta go down here. Let me unhook Yuri." Takes the thing out, slides down, and then later when he's doing like the killing part, he had to hook it back in.
Oh, he was putting her up there the first time and doing it without killing him. Okay. He used the sliding trick both times. Not just when he killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay, I get it.
Because they're saying he wouldn't have enough time to go up and down so many times.
Ew.
A lot of people wonder outside in the morning, so Hajime is easily the first person to enter. Wouldn't everything be solved if Hajime just had to put the hook back into Yuri's calf?
That's right, there was another wound on Yuri's body. Must have been because of that. The wound he had was...
Wound on the right calf.
There we go. That mysterious stab wound on Yuri's other calf? Kanade's explanation would explain how that wound was created in the first place. Initially, the hook was in Yuri's right calf, but in order to save time after moving Yuriko to the top, the culprit used it as a means of transportation. In other words, the culprit took the hook out of the right calf so he could slide down, then hooked it back into his left calf when he rushed to the bell tower. And all this time, Yuri was asleep.
I mean,
yeah. You remember they can adjust the time
Yeah.
with the.
after he met up with Shinji, all he had left to do was put his plan into action. You sure you're not the ultimate jogger, Hajime? So when he did, he waited for Sho and Yuki to arrive, then jumped down to kill Yuri.
Hold on a second. You said the culprit used the hanging wires to slow down his descent, right? But if he used the rope before the murder, does that mean he didn't have anything to cushion the fall?
I was wondering that too.
Oh, right, the wires that would cut up Yuri and slow the corpse's descent. But if they slid down the rope without anything to slow him down, they'd be in trouble.
Hey, that's a big problem. Didn't Kanade say falling from that high up at least would break their arms?
And that's why his arms are.
Nope, it's not a problem this time.
Because he's fucking
What?
buff.
I know this sounds a bit ironic coming from me, but unlike back then, we 100% know who the culprit is. The culprit? Are you talking about Hajime?
Yeah.
Look how fucking strong he is.
Before I said anyone could end up injuring her arm because I didn't know who the culprit was.
But look at this guy.
But Hajime's a boxer. Wouldn't he be able to withstand the impact to some degree? Damn. I mean, nobody here cares about their health more than he does.
Well, not enough. He's about to go from healthy to dead.
And of course, the life jacket would also absorb some of the impact too, right?
Fuck, they're on to me. I've been juicing too much.
This was a great plan, though, Hajime. You should be proud of yourself. Doesn't that sound a bit unrealistic? Don't forget that he set up the wire system. If he could withstand the impact, he wouldn't have to.
In your opinion, whom among us possessed the fortitude necessary to pull off such a stunt?
We're going based on pure muscle. I'd say either Big Bro or Hajime.
See, the list of potential culprits has instantly gone down to 2.
Well, shit.
Huh? I get it. The fact that the wires were set up at all was so the culprit could use it as their alibi. If there were no brakes set up, our first question would be, who can endure the fall?
Wow. Exactly. He might have also needed a little bit of a break to resist the pain of the fall.
I gotta say, Kanade, you are one of the main talkers.
Whether Hajime endured the fall or not, it's an undeniable truth that he jumped from the top twice. Damn! And as such, it would all fit into place. Should we expect Hajime's shoulders for further evidence? The culprit could have also experienced it through the impact during the night. Oh, fuck.
If I may interject, Yuki mentioned that he received a text from Yuri asking for assistance. But the existence of such a thing on its own is
Because
very
Yuri
suspicious.
wouldn't talk to men.
Yeah, like, is that... You really could have called a girl. If it was you, Hajime. You should have. Why would Yuri reach out to a male in his final moments as opposed to a female? Is that not odd?
Yes, without a doubt. Yuki even said that he was third to be murdered by a woman.
Yuri.
Wait,
even
Yuki.
said
I
that.
meant Yuri, my bad.
No,
I thought
no.
you'd,
I said it because they got it wrong. The game. Got
Yeah,
it
I know. I thought he would ask for help if he was happy about it. Hajime probably took Yui's handbook to send the message inflicting his alibi.
He's an idiot.
That way, the person who responded to the message would run after the culprit up the stairs.
You really should have gotten somebody else.
Now I see why he just used the syringe with those exact measurements to interact the anesthetic. It was to make sure that Yuki would wake up as soon as I arrived at the turret.
You would wake. You're saying it wrong, Yuki. So, Hajime was really planning this murder that far ahead?
Huh?
Hey, what are you all so confident that Hajime's the killer?
So the culprit not only set up the wires to cushion the fall, but to confuse us and establish an alibi. Holy shit! Then he used the rope to get back down to the ground floor. Actually, that clearly checks out.
And Hajime's just like, no. Nah.
But why did he put the hook in Yuri's leg and then pull it out? He could have went down the tower with the rope, forced, and then put it in his way.
Because he forgot.
Is it not possible for Yuriko to actually be a thorn in the culprit's plan?
A thorn in the culprit's plan?
Allow me to explain my reasoning. Unable to enter the Monocruise in the late hours of the night, our culprit had to wait until morning to execute their plan. Therefore, it was absolutely crucial that Hajime boarded the Monocruise as soon as the doors opened. They had to do so to play the role of the innocent student after all. However, Yuriko decided to leave the Monocruise right as soon as they opened. That morning.
So she wasn't part of the plan originally. But
No.
she saw him, so it's like, oh.
Well,
Could it be that those two had a fateful encounter?
And you really forgot, Yoriko.
Well, that would explain why
fair-
she forgot the other thing.
to be fair, if I got drugged by something, I'd probably forget too. But I also just have a shit memory.
Because of Yuriko, the culprit was worried about her discovering Yuri in the bell tower. He had no choice but to ambush her and involve her with the plan.
Oh, it seems like she didn't see him.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He just saw her. Maybe he, like, scouted
Yeah.
the place out and was like, okay, doors open. Is anyone coming out? Oh, shit, someone is.
I have to agree with Mikado. Doing a jump from that high up is way too much of a gamble, even for Hajime. He wouldn't have reached it unless someone messed up his plans.
But why did Yuriko leave so early in the morning anyway? That's still suspicious.
I told you I wanted to get a head start on my investigation. More boost to the party really motivated me to work harder. To work harder. But this murder has made all the morale just completely disappear.
Anyways, we've talked about everything. Anything to add, Hajime?
Hey, Hajime, I still believe in you. Why are you just standing
Aw.
there? Tell them they're wrong.
It's gonna be like where you gotta convince Shinji, like you have to convince Taka. I gotta admit that everything they said so far lines up to me. I don't even know where to start. I was too drunk. I got drunk and murdered him.
Fuck.
Maybe
Even though he-
because you're guilty. Ever thought of that?
That's enough! Do you believe in your friends at all?
You're all teaming up on me with this weak speculation bullshit.
This is all bullshit. There's nothing more to say.
Terminate talk
Terminate
shooting.
talk shooting.
Oh, dude, we're gonna get the cool one!
Oh, you get like.
The V3 one! I love the V3 one!
Oh no. But
Alright,
monster.
fuck you, man.
TTS star. Well, that wasn't English. I'm not the culprit.
I can't-
This doesn't prove anything at all. You fucking got no proof. It wasn't me, you liars. It's a bunch of speculation. I'm not the culprit. You got no fucking proof. It wasn't me. It's all a bunch of speculation. You stupid. This doesn't prove anything at all. I'm not the culprit. It wasn't me. You gotta reload.
I am.
Oh, okay.
Pressing left isn't
Bunch of
doing anything. Oh
speculation.
wait, it's all in a circle. That's
Yeah.
why, it's a donut.
Yeah. The culprit? Those are you liars. I might as well give up. What's the point? What's the point?
Fucked up.
I'm done for. It's all over. Well, bunch of. I'm not the culprit. This doesn't prove anything at all. Oh, that's like you talking, I guess. Those are me liars. They're normal ones. Whole bunch of speculation. You got no fucking proof. You guys really falling for this shit? Oh no. It's all lies. This doesn't prove anything at all. I'm not the culprit. You got no fucking proof. It's all a bunch of lies. Don't just speculate. I'm not the culprit. This doesn't prove anything at all. It's all a bunch of lies. Oh my god, he's got so much fucking health. Are you stupid? You stupid. Stupid. Doesn't prove anything at all.
This
Are you
is
stupid?
hard because it's just. I don't think this would be as hard if this had the mouse.
Probably. A bunch of lies. Who's the culprit?
Ah,
We really need the one that like lets you reload automatically.
fuck you, man.
Oh no, his cape. Do nothing at all. Wasn't me, liars. Matage! Whole bunch of speculation. I'm not. You get more damage for doing the green ones because it might be better to just avoid them if that's not the case.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Ah.
Oh no, his headgear.
I don't know the
This is
proof.
What makes me so suspicious?
Hajime's actions inconsistent with personality. You've not been shilling your drink all this trial,
No.
you and your tidy whities. You've only said Monster Energy drink like 3 times.
I wish that was the reason.
It is the reason.
Yeah, true.
I'm not exactly sure what they mean yet. Hey Hajime, are you really going to insist that you were drunk? You, Hajime Makinuchi, got completely drunk. Oh!
He's a health guy. I was saying that. But
That's what they meant. It's like you drank.
You-
huh?
I thought
At
it
the
was-
party, he
I
was
thought it
like,
was
"Nah, I'm not gonna
funny."
do it." Wait, yeah, sure.
No, at the
The thing-
party, he's like, Shinji, you're really drinking? Without me? That's
Yeah.
what he did.
And Yuki even calls him out. He's like, "Why are you drinking?"
Are you about health? Yeah, I'm like, he's about
I
health.
thought that
I'm
was
like,
just a joke.
I thought that was like a funny thing. I
No,
thought it was like,
important to the plot.
Well, I thought
I
it
thought
was
it was-
because we were making the joke that he drinks the Monster Energy
Monster
drink
Energy.
because, like, oh yeah, gotta care about your health. Here, drink this terrible shit. We've been making the joke so much, I forgot that he was not serious.
it was a protein shake. It was like,
yeah.
it's like how they called it's like how they called, like what
You
a
wanna know
soccer
another-
had.
You want to know something else that's interesting? When they were organizing the party, Hajime specifically said they should get Yuri into the party.
Oh, I thought he was just being nice to him.
He did,
No,
yeah.
he specifically said we should invite Yuri to the party as well. It was his
I
idea.
remember he said that, but I
I
thought it was
remember
like because he was the
saying that.
one Yuri fan.
He was like the guy defending Yuri.
Nah, man, he was fucking pulling the strings
God
since the
damn
beginning.
it! That's not like you at all, Hajime.
It's fucking big brain. Nobody who cares more about their health than you do, Hajime, minus the energy drinks. But, we're not gonna talk about that. I always did think it was strange that you were drinking at the party. You did say drinking a bit was okay for your health, but you drink so much more than a bit.
And I just can't see someone like you not being able to restrain themselves from drinking.
There's little things called a mood. I'm human too, I let loose sometimes.
Hajime, it's about time you cut it out. I just remembered, you're the one who wanted to invite Yuri to the party, weren't you? You didn't even need to tell us, man. She knew.
I forgot.
That's right, you wanted to invite Yuri, saying that he wasn't all that bad of a person. Even then, he'd forgotten to talk about the importance of health.
Damn it. Hajime, what the hell were you thinking?
It's not me. I'm not the culprit.
Fine, have it your way. Let's review this case from the start. then you'll have no choice but to admit your crimes. I don't think we need it.
Now you get to make a comic, or I guess maybe now you get to make a comic book.
Is it the V3 style? Is it unique? It's unique.
これが真実で
There
す
you go.
Okay.
Alright, boys, let's go!
It's funny how things work out. With there being 15 people, there's one less boy than girl, and then a boy kills a boy. So there's already 3 less boys than girls on this island.
Yeah, but now fucking another guy's gonna show up.
Yeah, we all know Taru's showing up. Just when?
Dude, I really wanted to show up early.
I mean, if he shows up at any point, like, not now, it would be too late for me. I want him to show up right now.
He's gotta show back up.
If he doesn't show up at the end of this chapter, I'm not sure he's going to show up at all.
Well, then who's gonna be the 16th guy?
Maybe there isn't.
They just have an empty seat.
Maybe they just do. Maybe they're going to make you think someone's going to come there and they're just not.
Nah.
Alright. It all began when Yuri started saying all that weird stuff about wanting to die for a single woman. He knew we were all getting
No, hey, we don't kink shame here, Sora. Excuse me.
Sorry. My bad. He knew we were all getting desperate, so he offered any girl the chance to kill him and escape. Unfortunately, his words caught the attention of this case's culprit. If Yuri had been killed, everyone would suspect a woman of being the culprit. The culprit used this to their advantage in the murder. However, Yuri locked himself away and would only answer to women. Setsuka decided she wanted to host a surprise party, get everyone to cheer up, and make Stone and Dan think that she did it.
Yeah.
Our culprit saw this party as a critical part of his plan.
The best criminal plans are when you
She
use someone
invited
else's
him
plan.
to help with the party, right? He didn't just find out about it, so he's lucky he was one of the people who was invited in.
Well, I would say unlucky since he's about to get executed.
After involving himself with the party, he was able to convince everyone else to invite Yuri. While preparing the party, our culprit mixed up some of the drinks with alcohol. This is to make sure people would get drunk. It wasn't too long after the party started. Yuri, a man who was fond of wine, had become completely drunk. He's a lightweight. Both our culprit and the victim drank late into the night until they had to return to the Monocruise. Once the party reached its end, our culprit helped Yuri and slipped away from the others. As a result, both the culprit and the victim were left all alone at night outside the Monocruise. Once separated, the culprit took our victim directly to the bell tower. Since this all took place at night, there were no witnesses or interruptions that could affect them. Yuri was already passed out from being drunk, but to just be extra sure, our culprit injected him, used a syringe to inject him with a liquid anesthetic that would keep him out for a long time. Since our killer had plenty of time until morning, he took some time to practice his method. It was during this practice that he made sure all of his measurements were perfect. Once finished, he had to wait outside until morning. Once the morning announcement went off, our culprit was going to enter the Monocruise. However, as soon as the doors opened, Yuriko stepped out of the Monocruise. If she had gone to the bell tower, this whole case would be ruined for the culprit. The culprit had no choice but to inject her with the remaining anesthetic and moved her to the tower. Although the decision was made in the moment, it actually ended up driving suspicion away from him. During this time, the killer was becoming late for his morning jog with Shinji, so he had to hurry. So he removed the hook from Yuri's right calf while moving Yuriko. Going up and down the stairs would take far too much time, so our culprit used the rope as a means of transportation. With Yuriko in tow, the culprit rushed to the top of the bell tower. With the hook detached, our culprit quickly jumped off the tower using his fulcrum method. Normally, they would injure themselves without the weight of Yuri and wires to slow him down, but he decided to take a risk and put his faith in his fitness and his health. Thankfully for our culprit, his talent was perfect for something like this.
Man, literally was like, fuck it, we're doing it, Wall.
Fuck it, we ball. The killer, who had shortened his travel time, joined Shinji in the Monocruise. During the jog, our culprit made an excuse to depart from Shinji for a moment. Look how friendly he looks. Look how friendly Shinji looks here. So much less threatening. Returning to the bell tower, our culprit rearranged the hook placement. Couldn't reuse the right calf as it had already been really torn up, so he inserted it into the left calf. This is the reason he had wounds on both of his calves. Once everything was ready, the culprit used Yuri's handbook to send a distress message to Yuki. Why? This is like the one true, like, you fucked up. Why him?
I mean, if he didn't, he still would have been fucked. Either way.
I mean, I know you wanted to call someone here to, like, see who did it, like, to make it think Yuriko did it, but, like, it sounds like that was the plan in the first place, whether Yuriko came out or not. Did you need someone to be like, I saw who did it?
I think that was probably just like a bonus part. But maybe, who knows? Maybe there
Also,
was a
the whole drunk plan, like, it worked, but, like, what if it didn't? Like, you're working really hard to get everyone drunk, which is a decent plan in of its own, but if anyone remembered, especially the person who didn't drink, you'd be screwed.
Good thing that's the portion that came out of the monocruise then.
Yeah.
I feel like what makes a plan great is when it's very risky.
Oh, yeah. It was a very risky plan with alcohol, but I mean, I guess you just trusted everyone was gonna drink a shit ton.
He's like, I know these idiots, they don't like their health like much as I do.
As Yuki received the distress message, our culprit quickly made their way up to the bell tower. Once the culprit heard that they were there, Yuri woken up, he jumped off the bell tower once again, this time actually doing it for the murder. Yuri, who was connected to the life jacket via the hooks, was sent flying into the air. As Yuri flew up, he was cut by several sharp wires that had been set up by the culprit. The culprit, now safely on the ground, cut the rope, and Yuri was sent falling downwards to finish him off.
I just gotta say, I never would have thought of putting wires up to slow the descent. I never would have thought of that.
Yeah, that's wild.
If I was the culprit, never would have thought of that.
Since there was nothing to slow his fall, it was without a doubt the true reason of death. Yuri, who we'd just seen a moment earlier alive, was now a bloody mess on the ground. This is the truth of Yuri's death, as Yuki and I had witnessed it. Once we saw the gruesome sight, we decided to rush up the stairs, hoping to find the culprit. While we did that, the culprit quickly disposed of his life jacket and was heading towards the monocruise. Doing so would give him an alibi when the body discovery announcement went off. Fortunately for him and his fitness, he was able to make it back in time. I assume he went back with Shinji.
More than likely, I'd say.
Right after the body discovery announcement, the killer made his way to the bell tower with everyone. Doing so, he was reacting innocently with everyone. However, this is all an act. In truth, he had been the one to kill Yuri Kagarin. That killer is without a doubt
God, I love it.
Hajime Makanuchi, the ultimate boxer.
His eyes! Good to see his eyes.
I did it!
You did it. We gotta
Save
kill
the
someone
game
now.
real
What's
quick.
good?
No saving the game! What the hell? It's over, Hajime. You are the culprit.
Damn.
I guess I can't argue back to that, huh?
Does that mean...
I can't deny it. They got it all right. I'm sorry, Shinji. I'm the culprit.
I really expected a freak out from you, but you're just kind of like, well, shit, the whole time.